up guys, I'm here with a new video today. So as you all know, whoever watched Charm, that yesterday was the finale for season 2 of Charm. I know having 19 episodes only sucks, but with the midst of this pandemic, we can't help it but get what amount of episodes the show gives us, and of course we will see eventually what else happened in the last 3 episodes in the next season. But you know, we gotta be happy, we gotta love that at least we get to see what happened between Macy and Harry after they kissed and everything after that. So before I make this any longer, or at least the first part of this any longer, let's get on with the Charm review. And I'm gonna give a heads up, while I was watching the episode, I couldn't hold my urge to laugh, smile, and talk through the episode. So if I don't mention something that happened in the episode and whatnot, my bad. I'm sorry, but you already know that the past few reviews since I started doing it, that I don't always get the scenes in order, and it works. As long as I remember some parts of the episode, it what counts. And right now, hopefully I remember it, and if you hear me stop talking or breathe through my nose or my mouth, that means I'm trying to catch my breath, because that's how I've been since the past few videos. And also, yes, even if we're quarantined to stay home and stuff, I didn't want to make myself stir crazy and we're not thinking that we would never get to go outside and have fresh air and stuff. So I decided, why not, dress up, put on makeup, make me feel like everything's still normal, even though we know the real truth and whatnot. So when we see the first part of the episode, when we first see on the starting of the episode, we see a recap of everything that happened in the past couple episodes, and then we see a safe space where Swan is just walking around safe space, and she sees a construction happening, and talked about that the monitors were invasion of privacy and whatnot. She takes a picture, she sends it to all safe space employees, and then we see at the Vera Manor where Mel talks about the monitor, and Maggie shows her the picture and said that they're looking for them. And of course Mel asks where's Macy. Maggie says that she hasn't seen her this morning. So they walk out of the kitchen, probably towards the stairs. They hear noises coming from upstairs in Macy's room, and of course they think something happened or whatever with Macy. They didn't know what they were gonna get into until after. So they walk up, and before Maggie goes up the stairs, she gets her baton, and of course I never noticed she did that when I saw a little bit videos of last night's episode on Twitter. And then we see them passing the hallway going to Macy's room, hear that a banging, and of course we see inside Macy's room where Harry and Macy are busy kissing. Macy's on her vanity desk table, while Harry's probably fully naked, or at least shirtless and wearing jeans and stuff, and they're kissing. And of course they hear Mel and Maggie calling her name. Harry's like, I should come back. Macy's like, no, 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 no. And of course that part was the cutest ever between them. And Harry's like, let me go, and she did not respond to that or anything. He's like, let me go, kisses her goodbye, or kisses her before he officially orbs out when Mel and Maggie finally gets into her room, and Macy's is like, hi, what's up, or what's up? And of course, Maggie sees Harry's shoes, sees probably his clothes in front of Macy, and of course at this point, we all probably noticed that they're not being that subtle or stealthy of what they're doing. Like, the girls already put two to two together, that they know that Harry and Macy are together, they're having sex or something. And of course they did see the bed mess up, so of course they knew something happened during that whole entire time they were calling her. And then we see the girls back in the kitchen talk. Macy's like, if Julian knows who she is and whatnot, and she talks about something. I totally forgot. Sometimes I blank space or I blank out when I see like a cute moment or something in the episode. So she says that when she looks toward to Mel and Maggie. He's sorry for the ramble. Macy's like, what? And Maggie's like, are we gonna talk about the elephant in the room? Mel's like, the one who orbed out of your room. And I think it was between Maggie or Mel saying and he goes by the name of, and Maggie says Harry. Of course, Harry's not being subtle at this point with his glowiness and happiness and his smile, and we all love that. But if they were gonna hide it from Mel and Maggie, they're not good at it at this point. And Harry says good morning. Mel and Maggie says good morning. Macy's like, good morning, I think I heard her, because I think they were like whispering at this point. She's like, here's your coffee or whatever. We all saw that Harry took the coffee from Macy, but caressed her hand and said thank you. And Macy said that there's a new plan or something that's happening at Safe Space. And of course, Harry looks at the girls. You see them in, like, I think the dining room, I think. And there's a blueprint of the Safe Space. And Maggie, like, circles the rooms that Julian and them are, like, breaking down and whatnot, talking about monitors and stuff, and that they don't know how to get into the command center because Jimmy's back in the vase in the command center. They have no marble to get in there. Harry's like, let's figure out one problem at a time. And he said that he knows who can help him. And he said, my dark lighter. I love how the way he says my dark lighter. I love the way how Harry says my dark lighter, because he said it like the first time when they figured about the dark lighter thing. And Macy's like, no, it's too dangerous. And Harry said that, or at least I think it was Macy or Mel or Maggie asking Harry where he's going. He said he's going to Mykonos. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce every beautiful place's names that easily. So of course we knew he was gonna go get Elder Celeste. So he orders out. The three are looking at each other, and of course before Harry ordered out, he said that he'll be safe and whatnot because they gave each other the looks. And then we see a safe space where Julian and his Aunt Viv is talking about how is this necessary and whatnot, and and Julian didn't want to exploit his relationship with Macy just because she knows how to get into the command center and whatnot. And of course we see like a flashback of him in the hospital when his Aunt Viv was there, and he told his Aunt Viv about the magical being man, which was the white lighter. And he comes back, of course, he's like, no, and whatnot. And then one of their bodyguards or something came in and told Julian and Viv that they're in the process of whatever and something, but something happened, and he asked them to follow him. They go to where the entrance of the command center is, and they see that the drilling is happening, but then they stop it, pull the drilling, whatever you call it, back. They see that it's repairing itself. The guy tells Julian and Viv that every time they keep doing that, it's always repairing itself. And of course, this point, Julian's like, well, figure it out or something or not. And Vivian said that it's not like physical or something where you can actually break it down and whatnot. It's magical. And of course, after that, we see back at the Vera Manor where Celeste is sitting on the couch in the middle of Mel and Maggie while Harry and Macy are sitting in front of them, drinking tea, talking about how they don't know how to get there and they don't have the talisman. And Celeste says that she made like a skeleton key for like a failsafe in case that happened. And Harry's asking, okay, where, like asking where it was. And of course they put it all together and found out that it was in the Scottish or something castle where all of it started. And of course Harry said that I'll take you and whatnot. Macy's like, no, you were there and you were traumatized and stuff. You shouldn't go. And of course Harry's looking at Macy saying that he'll be safe, and Celeste sees what's going on between their looks, and she knew what was happening. Then the two, or Maggie, asked how they're gonna get into the command center. Celeste mentioned that the witches that are under witchness protection will have like a marble that is given to them in case that they want to get back into the field. And when you find them and ask them and whatnot, of course she wasn't more specific on everything about them when they told them. So when Harry and Celeste left, the three are wondering where they're gonna find it. And then you see them go to like this club called, I think, the Least or something. And they are thinking that it wouldn't be a problem trying to talk to like strangers and stuff. And of course Mel notices someone who wasn't a stranger and found out that Ruby's a witch. And Maggie and Macy were like surprised that Ruby was a witch after all this time. And Mel walks to Ruby saying, Ruby, you're a witch. And then Ruby tells Mel everything that happened, how she got into witchness protection since she was the age of 16 and whatnot. And of course she tells Mel that she doesn't want to be a part of it anymore, and she doesn't want to like help them and whatnot. But Mel tells her that they only need the marble that she had and that she has with her. So Ruby gives her the marble, kisses her on the cheek goodbye. Mel looks at Maggie and Macy. Maggie's like, victory. Macy's like, yeah. And then we see back at, so we see where everything started with the Wildlighters and whatnot. Harry looks at like this stone table or whatever that he was on when he was becoming a Wildlighter. He had a flashback on it, and he was like sort of like scared and whatnot. But then Celeste brought him back, and he said, sorry, I'm with you. And Celeste's like, I shouldn't have she's like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought you here. Why don't you orb out and I'll let you know if I find it. He's like, no, I'm gonna help you. And then we see at the Vera Manor, the girls are in the attic, and of course they try the marble, and then on the unfortunately, Macy and Maggie got stuck in the marble, and Mel gets like this telescope or something that Macy had, put the marble under it, and she finds out that the two are in there, and then we see that Macy and Maggie are finding out that they're in the marble, and of course they're calling out Mel for help. And then we see back at Safe Space where Julian has like a flashback of everything or something, and he doesn't want to exploit his relationship with Macy, but then his Aunt Vivian gives him the tablet, showing him another reason to do this, which was a video of his sister waking up from her coma the other day, and he's like, let's do it and whatnot, and he's like, I'll get Macy. And of course that was after he saw his sister in her hospital bed and whatnot, saying that they need a lot of black amber. And of course at this point we see back at the Fear Manor in the marble, Macy's having a panic attack and Maggie's trying to help her get through it. So Macy sits down, and of course Maggie's like, let's talk about you and Harry, or let's talk about Harry, and Macy's like, huh, and went on, and of course Macy said that she doesn't want to waste any time being with him, not being with him, and Maggie's like, you're with them now, I'm not didn't worry. And of course we see her use her powers, and we see like a blue like flowing color going across from her chest to her arm, to her hands that was holding Macy's hand, and of course it flows through her. She calms down, and of course I think they're losing air, they're laying down. Macy tells Maggie that she loves her. Maggie says, I love you too. And of course they we see back at the castle thing where Harry and Celeste are talking about his feelings for Macy, and he said that he wouldn't put his knees over their own, and of course, and then finally we hear a name we haven't heard for like the past couple of episodes, because I guess because she's dead. Celeste talks about Charity, and of course he said that was a mistake, and he learned. And Harry said that it was a mistake, he learned from it, he knew that his relationship with Charity was like really a mistake. He explains that after Celeste says that it's forbidden and whatnot, and she also said that it was noticeable, honestly, and she knows that he has feelings for her. And of course at this point I think Harry knew that even if they had feelings for each other, they wouldn't put that over the protection of the world and whatnot. Then after that we see back at the manor in the attic, Celeste tells Mel that they can simply just use the marble. It's the witch who had the marble is only able to do it, and she's like telling Harry, Harry, this millennials or something else or whatever, and they're only looking at their screens, and Mel's like saying that she hasn't looked at any phone screens or anything, and how was she supposed to know that when Celeste wasn't specific enough? And of course I agree with Mel, because Celeste wasn't simply specific on the whole marble thing. She only said that you need to find a witch with the marble, and that's it. And she said, would it be a breeze? That wasn't a breeze, because out of nowhere we end up seeing Macy and Maggie stuck in the marble, and Harry's like, they're gonna be stuck in there in the marble forever, like oxygen and stuff. And Celeste said that you have to find the witch who gave you it and stuff. We see, of course, Mel goes back to the club and said that it's like has less people in there. Ruby explained that it's because the charm ones coming in ruined the vibe. I guess because they're still on the field and whatnot. And she said sorry. And of course she told Ruby that she wouldn't be asking her help if she didn't needed it. And she tells Ruby that Maggie and Macy are stuck in the marble and she needs her help to get them out. So after that, we see Macy and Maggie in the marble talking about something's happening and whatnot. Of course, that whole thing happening, Macy and Maggie falls down above the command center while Harry, Mel, Ruby, and Celeste falls like across, like usually how they entered into the command center through the marble. And they said that now they're in there, they had to like do this ritual. So Celeste is telling the others the things they need for the ritual and whatnot. And of course, Macy's doing like a small circle, and at this point, we're all thinking, why is she doing a small circle? Harry needs more room than that to move, but unfortunately, they end up doing that. Celeste does the spell and whatnot, and she specifically did tell the others that if Harry left a small circle, something not good was gonna happen and whatnot. And so she goes up on the other side of the table and she unlocks the vase or whatever that Jimmy was in, and she said something happening or whatever, and to get covered or something, and then it like exploded, and then you see like Jimmy just going around in smoke, and of course he's fully himself. He's looking at Harry, but before that whole thing happened, Harry's like Macy, because he sees her like down on the ground, and of course before he like walked out of the circle, Celeste was like, Harry, no, don't move, or Harry, no, and of course that kind of like deactivated or something. And why when Jimmy was looking at Harry, he's like, miss me, and he punches Harry. Like, we didn't see him give like a thank you or something, but of course that's Jimmy. He doesn't give out thank yous or anything. So he goes back to the table. He does like this orbiting thing, like a mouse stuff, and I think he was going to Portugal or something, and he was about to leave until Ruby got up. She said like a stormy spell, and eventually Jimmy's like still trying to get through it to out of the portal, but eventually Harry runs and tackles him, and he's trying to like not make Jimmy move, and of course Jimmy finally sees that he is caught or like cuffed, and he's like bollocks, and of course at this point him and Harry with like words are like the same, or yes, they're totally two different people and whatnot, but we all know that they're probably gonna have the same words, like bullocks. Not only Jimmy says bullocks, Harry always will say that, but sometimes we hear him say it. And of course at that point Harry punches Jimmy, and then we see back at the manor where Harry knocks on Macy's door, and of course at this point we're all wondering, why is he gonna knock on the door? He could have just went in there and whatnot, but at least he's a good person. He knocks on the door before anything, and of course Macy's like, Harry, hey, and I think she was like doing a journal or something. She closes it, moves it on the side. her and Harry kisses a little bit, and she tells Harry that this feels right. Harry tells Macy that he felt her, that he left the circle to go to her. Macy's like, you're only doing it on pure instinct. He's like talking about emotions, and he said that it would have like put their lives in danger. And then we see, I think like at the docks or something, I don't know what you call them. I've never been like where Mel and Ruby was at. Mel and Ruby talks about Ruby's witch stuff and whatnot, and of course it was sad to see that they broke up. Of course we all know that Ruby really wants to be with Mel, but Ruby doesn't want to be with Mel if she's gonna do this witch thing, because she doesn't want to like go back on the field and whatnot. And of course I think at this point, Mel being a good person, she has to respect Ruby's decisions and all that. And then back at the manor, of course we didn't see where Celeste went and stuff. Maggie comes down. Of course we see Harry looking at the fireplace. Maggie comes down. She said, you texted me. And then Harry's like, your powers, you could change feelings and stuff. And of course at this point we all knew he wanted Maggie to like change his feelings and whatnot. And of course at that point we all were like so mad that Harry wanted Maggie to change his feelings, but at least we all know that Maggie's not gonna like, you know, say yes real quickly and stuff. She's probably gonna change his mind before Macy and Mel knows. And then after that we see back at the house or the hospital, Julian sitting across from his sister's hospital bed. And of course, overall this is a really good episode. Like, we shouldn't be mad at the writers for what they're writing the episode about. We can like be mad that they didn't write what we hope. They're the writers. They get to write whatever they want for the characters and whatnot, and it does make a really good story for the whole season. We can't like blame them for having Harry wanting to change his feelings, having Mel and Ruby breaking up. Like, it's a good episode. Honestly, the writers did a good episode. They write every episode this season, and the first season amazing. Like, we wouldn't have anything to watch on Charm without them, and they write really good episodes. Like, literally, we did not know they were gonna talk about the origin story of Whitelighters and Darklighters, and more on Macy and whatnot. And of course we're all thinking, why don't we see Harry go through the Lost Memory spell too, or probably Maggie and Mel or something like that. And of course it did suck knowing that Harry's thinking that he needs to change his feelings in order to protect the sisters. And of course we did find out that Julian's also the conqueror, or possible conqueror, and knowing that Macy, Mel, and Maggie has to go up against him soon kind of like shocks us. But they're the Charmed Ones. They can like save the world through anything. Like, I mean, even if Macy did deeply cared about him at that one point, I don't think she's gonna let that get in the way of trying to like beat Julian and his aunt. Well, before I make this video any longer, oh, and also I did had a morning routine upload it, but eventually end up going to private every time, and that sucked, and now it's not on my channel. So I don't think I will be doing morning routines from now on, because I love uploading and filming new videos, but one thing I mostly hate is that seeing they're private when I want it to be public. So I'm not gonna be doing morning and night routines. I probably might do like other things. Hopefully, I did do like a baking video, but I kept like sleeping late and I kept missing the time when I was gonna upload it, so I decided that I'll wait till next time I bake to film it and to post it. And also I did have a video where I was gonna do like dress up like Mel, Macy, Maggie, and Harry, but I thought to myself, I'm going on my hair. Obviously I am going on my hair. I don't think it's gonna work out with Harry unless if I had a wig, and right now I don't have a wig, so I might as well probably just do about the sisters. I do have a new Twitter account. I am gonna put it down in the description. I do have a new post, but that's like I think 2 days ago and stuff. But I'm gonna be posting a picture of Harry and Macy and whatnot, possibly after I upload this tomorrow, Sunday, because today's Saturday when I film this. And of course, I know we're gonna all go stir crazy waiting for season 3 to come out. Well, they're coming out possibly in October, and right now it's May, and it's like in 5 months. So 5 months is probably gonna go by fast without a breeze and whatnot, or it's probably gonna go slow, who knows, but at least we could be patiently waiting for them. And on the bright side, we have 2 seasons. We can binge watch them all the time until season 3 comes. And also I'm gonna be doing reviews, like finale reviews of every show I'm watching, well, except for like Last Man Standing, Blackish, Mixed-ish, and whatnot. I'm just only gonna do the shows I'm mostly like watching. So I think the only show that I'm gonna do the finale review on is possibly Riverdale. I think Riverdale, the Connors, I think the Connors, I don't know for sure. What else? Monster in Mexico. Of course I'm gonna do a finale on that since I'm still doing reviews on it. What else? I'm not doing anything on Dynasty because I haven't caught up yet, because I kept not wanting to watch the episodes for some reason, even Katie King. So yeah, I think it's just between Riverdale and the Connors. That's all. And hopefully I get to do reviews on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because they're coming out sometime this month. And as you all know, next week, May 9th, I think it's on a Friday, is when season 2 is coming out on Netflix. I don't know for sure in other places when the season 2 is coming out on their Netflix. All I know is that here in the States, it's coming out on May 9th, possibly on Friday. And if you want, you can comment down below who's your favorite couple on Charmed. It could be from season 1, season 2, and what's your theories on it. And of course, comment down below what other videos I should do other than the review, because I know seeing every video that I uploaded is only about the reviews. So, you know, just comment down below. And if you want to follow me on my YouTube journey and on my Instagram journey, you can subscribe on my YouTube channel, tap the notification bell to always be notified. With the Instagram, it'll be down in the description. If you want to follow my main Instagram account and my YouTube one. And I hope you guys have a great day, great night, great morning, great evening. And hopefully we don't go stir crazy over Harry and Macy and the core 4, which is Harry, Macy, and Mel and Maggie, and all of that. I'll see you in the next video. And of course, this would be edited probably only the ones that were like really longer or just like quiet times. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.